Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Autumn, and today we're going to be updating my profile picture. My process of redrawing my profile picture goes back to when I was in like high school. I'd see artists on Instagram or YouTube who would redraw the same thing every year to see how they'd progressed, and I just remember being obsessed with the idea and really wanting to do it myself. I remember specifically drawing with Waffles. She would draw Rapunzel every year, and I loved those videos, and yeah, I just wanted to be a part of that and try it out. I also thought that redrawing my profile picture would give a really good demonstration of how I had changed, like physically and whatnot, over the years. You know, I could show off what haircut I was styling at the time, or different jewelry or an outfit I was really loving, and so it would be a progression of my skills, but also of just how I was physically changing as a person. So I sat down with my brand new drawing tablet. The first one I had was an old Wacom into a straw tablet that I bought for like 60 bucks. And I drew myself, and here was the result of that. You know, weirdly enough, I don't hate it. I mean, I don't think it's very good. Like, I know I've improved dramatically since then, but I was really happy with this at the time, and so I can't help but feel some of that warm nostalgia when I look at it. I remember especially loving how chill she looks, all leaned back and cool, and the way her hair moved. Like, I was very proud of myself at the time. Just for reference, I was probably about 15 or 16 when I drew this first one. Then, about a year later, I drew this one. Somehow, I hate this one so much more. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why I made some of the decisions. Like, the nose? What is going on there? I don't even think I liked it back then. I think I drew it and I was like, maybe I should stick with the first one, but we have to be honest. And so I used it as my profile picture for at least a year. So again, after about a year, I redrew it, and this was the result. I mean, obviously there are a couple little issues here, but oh my goodness, the improvement. I was very happy with this, and the colored line work, the color palette, like, it's just so good. I honestly really like it still. I remember just adoring the outfit I'm drawn in here. Like, I know what shirt I meant, and I was obsessed. And I was also really happy with just the way I drew the jeans, the texture. Like, this was a good step. So it was about this time that I graduated high school and I went off to college. You know, my life was changing a lot. My art style was changing a lot. And so the summer before I started college, I drew this one. And you can see it's definitely pretty different from the other ones. I was experimenting at the time with a lineless art style instead of the line work that I'd been doing before. I was trying to make the drawings more realistic, although it's not super obvious here. And, you know, I zoomed in on the face a lot more, so you didn't get the whole pose anymore. It was just focusing on the face. For some reason, I went back to the blue and red color palette. Like, I don't know why we did that. I loved the green and yellow before, but whatever, you know, we were trying stuff out. It wasn't until COVID hit and I was doing school online that I found I actually had time to make a new profile picture, and so this is the result of that. I'm happy with it. You know, the color palette's a lot better. I think it looks like me more than any of the other ones have. But there are still some little issues that I am not super fond of, and, you know, things that I would change today. Which brings us to today. This year, I decided to take on the challenge again, to draw myself and update my profile picture. I started off by looking at the kind of artwork I've been doing, because I wanted to really represent me and the kind of stuff that I enjoy drawing and the kind of stuff that I've been drawing. I also found some reference images to help guide me. This one by Axletree was a big reference image I definitely based some of the style off of. I also took this picture of myself to help guide it so that it actually kind of looks like me. And then I got to work.
So I started off by putting that picture down, and on another layer kind of tracing the basic shape of my face and my features. That way it had a better chance of actually looking like me by the end. Using that reference image from Scribblexity really helped to just kind of guide my path in this drawing. If I wasn't sure about whether I should add a detail or what texture I should do for the line work, I referred to their drawing and saw like, oh, they used a textured line work and I really like the way that looks, or, you know, they use these really dramatic pointy eyelashes that I absolutely adored. And so I kind of just borrowed that from them and carried it over into mine and adapted it into my own style. Here you can see me get into the shading of the skin, which for me is just one of the most frustrating and difficult pieces of shading on a person. I just somehow can never get it quite right. I try to just do general shading, and then eventually I was like, no, I need to determine where the light source is coming from. And once I had that, I felt like it was a little easier, but I still think it's definitely something I need to work on and improve. It was around this point in the drawing when I was putting on the finishing details that a friend of mine suggested that I kind of reshape the face. So I went in with the liquify tool and kind of just moved things around, and even if it doesn't match my initial sketch or the outline of my face, I do think it looks better.
So there it is. There is my brand new profile picture. I am honestly pretty thrilled with how it turned out. It's different from all the ones in the past, but I think it really represents the kind of artwork that I do today and the kind of artwork that I love doing today. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but even more than that, I'm just happy to have another step showing my process and my growth over time. I actually got a little emotional making this video and pulling all these art pieces together and just seeing physically like how I have improved. Like the fact that this one and this one are only 5 years apart blows my mind. It actually is really motivating to see that I can improve this drastically in just a few years, and it's gotten me really pumped to keep going, keep learning and improving. I know a lot of times as artists, it's really easy for us to compare ourselves to others and think that we could never achieve that, we could never get to that level, we could never learn how to do it that well. And I think that's why this challenge is so great and why I love it so much, because it shows you that you can, that you are improving, and that all your hard work is paying off. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me today. I walked down memory lane and seeing how much I've improved over the years. And hopefully I'll see you guys again next year. Have a good one.